We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. A lot of people had this game circled this week. 2 of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. On target to his man Higgins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Higgins makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 38 out of the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Got a man, it's Gesicki. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
2nd and 4. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Mitchell up the middle. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Sideline throws wheeled in by Likely. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Short side option here. He's running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Play fake, Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got Andrews. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Running right with Mitchell. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll run here following the penalty. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. A pickup of just a yard on 1st and 20. Still 19 to go as it brings up 2nd down. Right up the gut. And have him gain up about a handful there. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on third down. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged the bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. Got his target, it's Higgins. Down the left sideline he goes. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-zip. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Slot man motioned over. Play action. Here's Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action now with Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game in the first half. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Mitchell on the carry. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
First down throw for Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 37. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Brown on the inside give. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This will be caught by Watkins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's dropping back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. He finds him right side. Touchdown, Cincinnati. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Man in motion here. He's back to throw. Finding Flowers. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's Mitchell again. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Now Jackson off the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead. Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Brown reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
From the gun, Jackson finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 46. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Stop made by C.J. Henderson. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up a throw. To the left side, and Gesicki has it. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stop made by C.J. Henderson. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Slot man motioned over. Throwing on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. McPherson at the point after. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! They're free up the middle. It's a breakaway. The 30. And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2 points.
Well, I know you, Kate, and you know me, and I think we will both sign up for this kind of track meet. One side of it scampers all the way down the field with a big play. The other side, they don't hang their head for a second. Instead, they block it, and they scamper it all the way back the other way for 2 on the board.
First and 10 now from the 30. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. Into the red zone. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Setting up to try the point after. And the kick is good. And the Ravens get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
Second and 10 now. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
They'll send him over right. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Play fake, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Like we talk about explosive plays, every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and the sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Wait for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. They'll try it right with Brown. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Brown again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Gets to space right side. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. So now, here's 3rd and goal. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals lead by 15 now. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Oh no, ball's loose. Ball's loose in the end zone. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Bengals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals grow the lead now to 22 points. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that throw just too high for him.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Play action, here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. That'll be the 1st and more. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Ravens trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. On 1st down, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And again, it's Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. They send the tight end in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Nolan Cooney on to handle this 4th down punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And a timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
You